Okay, previously we saw sexual reproduction in plants. So now let's proceed to the next part. Okay, sexual reproduction in plants. This is the other type of reproduction that plants are capable of doing, and it takes two forms: natural vegetative reproduction and artificial propagation methods. So, in asexual reproduction, it produces identical offspring from a single plant. So, it looks uh, the same from the parents. Okay, the offspring looks the same as the parents. And then it eliminates genetic recombination because we only have a single individual here reproducing. And it's advantageous because those organisms that do this, they are already adapted to the environment. Thus, genetic variation is not necessary for them. Okay, so let's look at some examples in the natural vegetative reproduction. So here, we have what's called specialized structures, which are, I bet, already familiar with you. You know these, so I want to show them to you. Okay. First one, we have are called runners or stolons. They are called runners because they have these horizontal stems that seem like they are running along the surface soil. Okay, so these runners or stolons, they have the nodes or the parts where those new shoot and root systems can produce. Okay, allowing them to reproduce, have a lot of new plants there. An example of a runner are strawberries. So you can see here in this picture that we have. So they have these horizontal stems. Also in Bermuda grass, so very obvious. You see, you have the nodes here. All right. Okay, that's the first one. The second one that I want to show you are called rhizomes. So rhizomes, they are underground stems. Okay, notice I said underground stems. They are not roots, but they are just stems found underground that allow some plants to form a network and produce their kind. So it's somewhat similar to the runners because they have nodes as well, from which new plants arise. Okay, so examples of rhizomes are irises, just like this one that you can see in the picture, ginger, like this, and asparagus. So if we uh, look at the examples, we notice their similarities. Okay, rhizomes. Next, we have tubers. So the tubers, they are expanded, thickened portions of a rhizome branch, but they're not the same. Take note, because tubers, they are specialized for storage. That's why they are thicker. Examples include potato. This is my favorite. I like the tubers. Potato, yam, and cassava. So you notice that our examples, they are all starchy because again, they are for storage. They store that starch for consumption. Again, these are tubers. Next, number 4, we have bulbs and corms. They are also short underground stems. Take note, they are short. So most of them come in like round shapes. So for corms, they are internally structured with solid tissue. So if we cut them open, it's solid all the way inside. But for bulbs, as some of you already know, they have layers on them. Like for example, in garlic, we have cloves of garlic, right? And then for onions, it has a lot of layers on it. Okay, I'll show you an example here. So, this is for the lilies. So, lilies, they are considered to be corms. Okay, solid inside once you cut these round things here. Corms. And then, these are our garlic and our onions. So, you see, they kind of look the same, right? If you look at the plant itself. Okay, so again, bulbs and corms. Next up, adorable leaf buds. So these leaf buds, these small leaves that you see here on the side of the big leaves, they are modified for reproduction. So these are actually pretty common here in the Philippines. I think uh, some of you already have this in your homes. So this plant is called Kalancho diagrimontiana, or in the Philippines we call this katakataka, right? So we do have one here at home, and when I was younger, I used to get these smaller leaves and just scatter them into the ground, and the next thing you know, we have a lot of this plant because again, the these tiny leaves are for reproduction. Okay, next up we have sprout or suckers. So these are plants that, take note, they are not from a seed, but from a meristem of the root at the base or at a certain distance from a tree or shrub. So examples include guava, apple, and banana. So you can see here in the picture, we have our plant here, this one. They have their roots, and then you see this scale leaf, they are like connected, and then we have the sucker. So as you can see, it does not have roots into the soil. Okay, it just grew from the meristem of the root at the base of this plant. See, those are suckers. All right, so that is it for our natural vegetative methods. I've stated quite a few. So I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.